how to stop people from sitting into twister half or reverse sit. I think they're both positions that are very good, and you see them through the ranks, but we don't talk about how to defend it very much. Marty, so can I use you, bud? Head this way, feet that way. Let's fit into reverse sit and talk about the basic pass. So remember, reverse sit, I'm going to sit over top of the legs. I want my knee to clear on the inside of the thigh here. Ideally, as I push this back, I want my knee to come underneath, and then I'm going to have my rib cage sit on top of them. So this would be what I call reverse sit or twister half. So once I've sat, I'm going to take my foot, I'm going to put it at the tailbone, but watch what that does to his lower back and his butt right there. And it repositions your leg inside of his leg, and then we can start to push the knees. Now, one of the mistakes that I see is that people will push the knee with their hand rather than turning the whole body until their knee pops out. Let's work to here first, then we'll talk about how to spider into the ear, okay? So he has a light underhook, nothing crazy. Arm comes around, I turn my belly. Once my belly is towards the back, I'm gonna grab my own foot, I'm gonna pull it up to the tailbone, and you see that lower back rolled flat. Let's look at a different angle. I'm here, my arm comes around, don't throw the knee at the stomach, right? We want it to come underneath that thigh right here. Good little pinch, I grab my own foot, and up. Let's look at the legs. I'm here, I reverse sit, my leg comes underneath, grabbing my own foot, flat to the tailbone, up to the tailbone, pushing the lower back flat. I'm pushing the whole body until my knee pops out. We'll talk about how to get the lower leg out in a minute, but I want to make sure everyone's fitting in the right way. Make sense? Let's pair it up. 1, 2. Control can lead to Kimuras, can lead to a lot of fun things. So I sit here. This was step number 1. Here comes step number 2. And as I start to turn and my knee pops out, turn just a little bit. My knee pops out and goes to the floor. This is a very common response. You're trying to stuff that leg, stuff it back in, and then get up on their side, right? And so I have to expect that when I come here, his hand's gonna come under, and that's when I'm gonna scoop my hand under. Now, one of the mistakes that I see is people get this, and then they try to push here, but there's nothing bracing the upper body, and so you'll get caught in this fight. Turn slightly. Once you get under, I want you to put your hand on the floor, and then come get a hold of the head. Now that the head's braced, you can walk that arm all the way up. Now, I'm gonna bring my inside knee up, and I'm gonna try and bring up this knee right here. If my ankle doesn't come out, that's okay. Don't stress about it. We're still advancing our position. There's gonna come a point where they realize that their guard is passed, and they'll either get lazy with this arm and we take their back, or they're gonna try and bridge out. And in that moment, when they try to bridge out, if I'm all the way high, go ahead and bridge, my hips don't even move because his hips are all the way back, his shoulders aren't moving, okay? So again, he has the underhook, and reverse sit, walk up, I put under, walk just a little bit, keep it braced, don't try to go too far, come scoop the head, and then walk that all the way up. Inside knee, that's not trapped, he caught it, that's okay. We're still just advancing our position. He caught me, reverse sit, walk up, I push, here, right? Come and scoop that head, pull it towards the arm. Up, now watch my inside knee. High, and then high. And it's okay to put your head on the floor if that feels comfortable. Let's look at the legs. 1, 2, 3, scoop, knee, my foot's still caught, that's okay. Make sense? Let's get it. 1, 2. We'll get there. The answer to address a problem is right now. It's always right now. It's not going to get better for you as you let them settle into the position. Does that make sense? Yeah, not like. So, okay. I'm here. The first order of business should have been framing the knee. If I frame the knee, he can't reverse sit. But I get that sometimes it doesn't work out that way. I miss it, and he goes to sit, and I'm like, oh my God, he got me. When's the time to go? Right now. So this hand is gonna chop. My other hand is going to come out from the armpit, come to his neck, and I'm going to bridge over. So I'm going to come here, and I'm just going to bridge and come up on top. This is crazy high percentage. What's the most difficult part about this?
Commitment.
Commitment. Right? Because you're like, I still have guard, right? Maybe it'll be okay. Nope, it probably won't. You should go right now. So watch the legs, and we'll show you the other side. I made a mistake. He reverse sat on me, right? So my arm is coming here. My foot comes to the floor, and I bridge over. It actually is more comfortable and easy than you would think it is. So he sits here. I'm chopping, and I bridge over. That makes sense? This is very high percentage. You want to see it again there? Which angle?
Same one you just did.
Same one I just did.
No, actually, I want to see that chop. So, around. Yes.
Right? Why am I chopping?
So you can't base.
Right, I don't need, if his leg goes here,
Yeah.
he's definitely not going. He's been tucking it, so it'll be easy to come up on top. I don't know why I chopped in my pinky there. I should chop it with that. That makes sense. It is very intuitive once you do it once or twice, and the rollover is much easier than you would think it is. I'm doing it kind of slow motion here. Your neck's not in the way. You won't have to worry about your neck. Your body kind of supports your weight as you go over. You just got to take your foot off, post it on the floor, and commit to it. That makes sense? Now, head this way. Realize that when he goes to do this, the answer is, yeah. Open your legs, but don't bridge. They're going to want to do this. This will be where their base will come from. They can't do it with this arm, but definitely this isn't going to stop it for them. And so you just have to beat bridge this. And a lot of times, kip all the way up. That'll happen right there. Even if they try to take that foot over and post, but you have to be before that post, but you're so far ahead of it timing, it shouldn't be an issue. That make sense? Play with it nice and slow, and as you build confidence, build the timing, right? When the person's sitting, you go right away. Let's get it. 1, 2. Very common. They reverse sit, and they don't catch the arm in. A lot of times that'll happen when you don't have an underhook. So if I say he's framing instead of underhooking, when I sit through, that move doesn't work. Why? You don't have an arm to push their back towards the floor. There's no bridge. If he go to bridge, when I see, I'll move forward with my hips, and it won't work out for him. So if they reverse sit, and your arm's not in, you can't do the last move. We're all on the same page. The next one is, they progressed too fast, and you missed the commitment train. Meaning, you came here, right? They come like this, and they start to move here. This is a problem. The next step is going to be them pushing the knees and coming in, okay? So, let's look at, he reverse sits, and he doesn't catch my arm. Because I feel like it helps you guide the next position very well, but realize as you get better at dealing with this leg, this arm can be inside and you'll still be able to do this, okay? So, for this arm, I'm going to grab the belt, my forearm's going to go along the spine, I'm going to come and grab a hold of the pants right here. Now, what was the next part of his pass? Right, and he pulls his butt up, oh my God, and he passes, and then he goes to mount. And then from here, I'm going to let him go to mount, and that leg comes right through. So watch, turn, right? So he comes there, excuse me. I'm here, he pushes that knee down. There's nothing that can stop that leg from coming through. Move my hips, and I come up the back. Let's look again. Let's look at the legs, because I think the legs are powerful. Reverse sits, my arms aren't in, right? Oh, he progressed. Control, grab the pants. He goes, right? I let him get his legs out. My inside leg controls, and I take the back. One more time. Head this way. Actually, head this way. Uh-oh. He got me. He starts to push. He goes to mount. My legs come under, and I come up on top. I keep my leg threaded in there. This move is amazing. I can't tell you how good this move is. The problem with it is commitment, right? Because they're going to mount, and you still have that quarter guard, right? But it's really 3/4 mount. That is not a good position. Ditch it and try this. That make sense? Let's
Okay,
play.
see it one more time with the top of your head facing that way.
Sure. Oh no, he sat. He goes. Let's get 1, 2. All right. I'm exhausted because I'm doing the moves that I teach you guys all the time. So if you're not sweating like this, man, you really ain't training. Getting out of breath is good. Doing it while you're tired is good. Fitting the moves in reality is good. Everything else is just, it's not real, right? You got to practice it for real in order for it to be yours. So you should sweat, train, come watch my videos, then sweat, train, come watch my videos.